All right, episode 4, Brian. We're recording from the Groin Strength Studios.
We sure are.
We sure are. It's about time we named this place.
I agree.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yes. Oi. I'm still feeling a little tense from my Chipotle football baby I ate.
By tense, you mean pregnant.
Ugh.
It looks like you're showing. I mean, I think I saw that thing kick a minute ago.
You're probably right. It's my colon kicking, actually.
I'm sure. Ooh.
Which, have you ever had a black bean burger?
No.
All right. We went to Bar 145, which is delightful.
Real quick, the way you said that, it sounded like you said barf 145.
No, Bar.
Okay.
Bar 145.
Sure.
It's great. We need to get you guys to go there.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. But, you know, they have a black bean burger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let me give it a try.
Yeah.
Because it had, like onions, sauteed onions, and roasted pepper. It was, served on a pretzel.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Right.
You know, spicy mustard, the works.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well have eaten, little did I know, it was good. But I might as well have eaten a mountain lion of the flu. Because then we went out with, Jeannie, and, her and I went out, and then we met up with Renee and Don and Dottie and Tony, because it was Don's birthday. Happy birthday, Don, if you listen. If not, go fuck yourself. Ding! But, I'm pouring Guinnesses on top of it, which is a good thing.
Sure.
And then we get to, we get to this house, Holly and Jeremy's house, and it's time for us to, Jeannie and I tag. She's in the corner reaching, so it's her time to drink, my time to sober up so I can drive home. Dude, it's the worst.
You're sitting there trying not to give birth at their house.
Trying not to give birth. It was like Play-Doh Fun Factory, trying to avoid it. It was a problem.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
Then the next...
Like, hey, guys, I'm going to go outside for a breath of fresh air for a minute.
God, it was
sounds
bad.
like a plane flies overhead. You come back in.
Is that semis downshifting on the highway?
You guys got trains near here? What the hell was that?
Dude, it was no good. The next day was even worse, but, when I get home at like 2, I woke up at like 4 because I felt like, being stabbed in the guts repeatedly.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's damn you and your voodoo doll.
What?
Oh, it was bad. The next day, it looked like World War I trench warfare in my house. Everyone's running off masks. It was a problem.
Mud all over.
Dude, it was no good. So, the black bean burger was tasty, but the after effects are brutal.
So you're saying the military should use it if they want to for chemical warfare?
Yes.
Sounds like a strong idea.
Feed them their own soul. It's kind of like, I can't say suicide bombing because I'm not dead. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure what it would be. But I don't know. It was bad. Yeah. Self-inflicted for sure.
It's all right. A little crop dusting never hurt anybody.
Dude, it wasn't crop dusting. It's like Agent Orange. Everything was dead.
Oh, man. It'd be great to read the book in 20 years from your kids about it, though.
That's true. We were so scared, huddled in the corner.
Maybe Tom Cruise will be in a movie,
Again?
Yeah.
Doing amazing, crazy stunts? Because that's what he does?
Not so much in the Born on the 4th of July. He didn't do that
Well,
many, unless you count just rolling around as a crazy stunt. I don't remember seeing him do wheelies or spinning around or anything.
I was going in a different direction.
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't thinking wheelchair Tom Cruise.
Oh, all right. I was.
I will from now on, though.
Well, there you go, right?
It's either running down the side of a building, Mission Impossible Tom Cruise, or Jewy Juju from Tropic Thunder.
I would prefer that.
Yes.
Because that would be fantastic.
It certainly would. So that was my eventful weekend.
Yeah, that sounds
being
exciting.
A salad shooter. How about you?
That's more exciting than anything I think I did over the weekend.
Fair enough.
I think I, succeeded in sitting on my ass a lot.
I did discover a Oktoberfest beer that might dethrone my love of Sam Adams.
I don't know about that.
Dude, it's good.
I saw you post a picture of it.
Jeannie sent me a photo today. She went grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, $200 worth of groceries from Costco. And there's like a case of beer, I'm like, oh, that beer costs $200 because I don't see anything else in this picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's pretty expensive beer.
It is.
That's not chugging beer. That's sipping beer.
That's sipping beer.
Yep.
Yes.
Boom clang.
Boom clang. Boom
Dennis
clang.
Leary. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, man. So yeah, here we are again. Can you believe we've done 4 episodes of this?
Well, we haven't yet.
Good point.
Aha.
I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel the earthquake? People were saying they felt it here. Me neither.
Nah, I didn't feel anything.
I didn't feel jack squat.
Nah. I think people were making it up. They were just trying to feel special.
You're probably right. I imagine there are some people around here that were like, "Oh, I felt it. I had my little ornate things flying off of shelves."
I did read one funny thing on Twitter where one person was like, if the earthquake had leveled the Capitol, they would have voted for it next year in the presidential election.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or did you see someone retweeted it? It was a tweet from the comic Earthquake. And it just said, "My bad."
That's appropriate.
That is appropriate. But what's amazing, though, is, people are panicking left and right in that area. And you see the news and, But, that was nothing compared to the Japan quakes.
No,
like 9.6 or whatever.
Right. Real quick, did you see that Gilbert Gottfried was immediately on making other jokes with this one?
Wasn't it like, take all my Japan material and put in Virginia or whatever it was?
Yeah, something like that. Good stuff.
I love Gilbert. He's great.
I did hear someone today, I was listening to Mike and Mike, and they made a comment that people on the West Coast are making fun of people on the East Coast because they're like, whatever, that's 5'9". They're like, I think they were like, yesterday we had like a 3.8. Who cares,
Right.
And someone wrote into the show and was like, that'd be like them getting like 3 feet of snow in Buffalo going, ha, so.
Yeah, I'm sure, they get an inch of snow and there's people skidding off the roads.
Well, considering Ohio gets an inch of snow and they're that way, and we get, Ohio gets snow
assholes.
all the time.
There sure are.
I mean, like in the summer, I'm surprised we don't get snow.
Well, it's like, after all that brutal winter, the first time it rains, people are, kissing bridge abutments, and it's pretty insane.
Well, that's how you get it done, right?
I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The worst I think I saw was this past winter. We were out.
I say a titty bar burned down.
Not yet. We're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
No, there was somebody with a Colorado license plate, and they were poking along at like 20 miles an hour, and it was barely. I mean, to call it flurries makes it sound like it was a blizzard.
Right.
It was like you'd see like one snowflake like every 10 miles or something, and they're like just kind of like, and it's like, dude, that plate says Colorado. I'm pretty sure you know what snow is.
No, they're afeared.
They must be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, whatever. I mean, they're a mile closer to it, right?
Exactly. It gets to them quicker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Assholes.
All right, so the titty bar near here burned down.
Boy, did it.
Yeah, took out that restaurant next door, too.
See, I haven't been by it to see the destruction.
Yeah, it's just a big...
I thought about visiting T, because I'm sure he's outside crying still.
Probably. It's all right, T. Things will get better, man.
Exactly.
There's other titty bars, dude.
Or there's this thing called the internet. You should look into it.
There's also Hooters.
Well, that's true, too. I drive by them constantly when I'm rolling through downtown.
Yeah, or you can just go to a bar and just sit across the room staring at women dance, but never say anything to them, and maybe just occasionally walk up and hand them $1 and see what happens. You probably get slapped, but what are you going to do?
If he did that, I would love it, and I would be there filming it.
Yeah, that's probably true. I wouldn't sit at the same table as him.
No. But it would be hilarious,
right?
To see him just walk up the random dancing woman
and just
shove
$1
bill down in her waistband.
Oh, I was thinking in her cleavage, but yeah,
that's even better.
You might have to go a $5 just to maybe so you won't get slapped as hard.
I don't think that'll help the situation
think so?
at all.
All right, fair enough.
I'm thinking
it's not my money either way, so
I'm thinking there's probably some rape whistles that might get pulled out. Maybe some sort of grizzly mace.
Yeah. He is kind of an imposing guy, even though he's just a big teddy bear.
He is, exactly. There's also, another big teddy bear is Pedo Bear. So
it's true.
You know how damaging that is.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to be Pedo Bear approved, that's for sure.
No, you certainly don't. Pedo Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good old our pal Dan wanted us to talk about Apollo 18.
And for those of you who aren't familiar with that, I'll read the synopsis right here from my freshly downloaded IMDb app.
Oh, so fancy.
Which is free for the iPad.
Get one. Do it.
iPad, too.
Oh, wait. Breaking news. CEO Steve Jobs resigns from Apple.
I know, right?
Breaking news.
Damn, who knew?
I know.
We'll talk about that for a minute, too, because that's kind of... We'll get to that first. So it's
Sorry, Dan. Derail.
That's kind of big news if that's the truth, because like I mentioned to you when we first read it, I would imagine that Apple stocks are probably going to plummet. Because
I would think so too.
When he stepped aside because of some health issues for like a hot minute, people were like, "Whoa!" and jumping out of their the Apple Store windows and stuff. So
hopefully they land backside first, holding an iPad, so I can get one.
Yes, probably great. Not though.
You're probably right.
They'll clutch it. Yeah. You'll have to pry it from their cold, dead fingers.
I got my work knife in my pocket right now.
Whatever,
I'll hack that shit right off.
You just be like, "Hey, he's a zombie," and everyone will be like, "Ah," and then they'll start dropping their Apple devices, and right?
I like it.
I think we should go to New York. Oh no, fuck that. There's one in Ann Arbor, isn't there?
There probably is,
or somewhere
There's
near
enough
there,
hipsters up there. I'm sure one just kind of developed.
Hey, no.
Hey, I like Apple products too.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm no hipster, but I am definitely an Apple file or whatever the hell the term is for it.
I saw the worst.
Mac-head.
You know how people like, I'm going to make my car look cool by spray painting it.
Yes.
I saw this shit ass car looked like it got rear-ended by a bus. That they spray painted black and then have the worst Apple logo spray painted on the hood I've ever seen.
Nice. That's classy.
I should have taken a picture of it.
Should have.
But, you know.
Because you know how the world works now.
Well, I know where it's parked, so I might have to go get one.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
All right, carry on about what are we carrying on Steve Jobs?
Nah, that's about it.
Okay,
it's just big news. That's all.
It is big news.
He's groomed his replacement. I mean, I'm sure Apple will be fine, and it wouldn't shock me if he's still an advisor kind of a thing. He's just not going to be the face of the company anymore.
Yeah.
Which whatever. That just means less black turtlenecks. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unless his successor wears them, which would be humorous.
He should. Mm-hmm. Maybe his successor is Sterling Archer.
Ooh, classy.
Ooh. I'm sure he's fine. He'll be fine. I'm sure Steve Jobs has some sort of compound. He's got stacks of money by the toilet just to wipe his ass with.
Yeah, he's just wiping with piles of $100 bills. Not with one. He just grabs whatever his hand will hold.
A big pile.
And just...
He's got the Scrooge McDuck vault.
He wipes like 4 times, too, just because he can.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be clean, too.
No, he doesn't wipe.
You're right.
He's got someone who wipes for him.
You're right.
Exactly.
Actually, he has a bidet that sprays out Cristal.
Perfect.
That's Balla right there.
That is Balla.
Remind me to get one of those. Not that I'll use it. I'll just go in and turn it on every once in a while because I'm that much more Balla.
Although party at Steve Jobs' house, lapping out a bidet.
That's right.
It's like a drinking fountain. It's terrific.
That's funny. Like, ooh, corn.
All
right, so...
Anywho.
All right, so Apollo 18. The catch line for it on the poster here apparently is, there's a reason we've never gone back to the moon. Spooky.
I'm thinking because they retired the shuttles.
Probably a good...
At least that's current.
Good chance that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually think it's because they were like, so this is the moon, huh?
This ain't cheese at all.
I know, and it's like, dude, we've seen, all sorts of... We've seen The Matrix and all these fancy special effects movies. The moon just doesn't cut it anymore. We need Mars at least now. If we can't get to Mars, it's like, eh.
Because without Mars, we don't have Total Recall.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Which, who knows, that might be a good thing.
Man, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the plot summary is decades-old found footage from NASA's abandoned Apollo 18 mission, where 2 American astronauts were sent on a secret expedition, reveals the reason the U.S. has never returned to the moon.
Spooky. See, my humble opinion from the trailer I watched is it looks like Blair Witch Project on the moon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling, too.
And it could be good, but it could be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a star rating yet? I don't think the movie's out.
No, it's not. It comes out September 2nd.
Oh, geez, that's a ways away.
Right. Yeah, comes out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no star rating yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, the previews I've seen, it's kind of the same thing. It looks like it's kind of just dodgy footage, like little, like that first person whatnot, which I dig. I like the idea. Well, let me put it this way. I dig the way that, like, Blair Witch shot it. I'm not a fan of how they did it with Cloverfield, because it was too jarry.
Shaky cam sucks a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might suck a bag of dicks, in fact.
A bushel, even.
Right, because I don't have, like, motion sickness or car sickness, any of that kind of stuff, but, ugh, man, that, like, the way that movie made me feel is the way that like extended watching of 3D anything makes me feel.
Yeah.
To where it's just like, oh, my eyes just want to refocus on one thing for a while.
In my opinion, shaky cam is a good way to cover up shit movie.
Mm-hmm.
When there's so much going on, you can't really, like, watching...
Well, it's different. I mean, if Michael J. Fox is shooting a documentary, that's one thing.
Well, that could be touching and loving.
Right.
But, boy, is it shaky.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much of his meds he took.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But, hey, I don't know if you've seen any of the Transformer movies.
Mm-hmm.
I watched
Unfortunately.
the first one.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered with the other two.
Mm-hmm.
But
I haven't watched the second one either.
Yeah, it's... But there's so much when the action, quote-unquote, happens... There's so much going on screen.
Whoa, hold on. It's a Michael Bay movie,
okay,
so
right.
There's action.
The credits roll and they just explode.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's one thing you can guarantee will happen in a Michael Bay movie, and that some shit's going to get blowed up.
That's true. What was I thinking?
Yeah, this summer.
This summer, everything gets blowed up. I still can't find that commercial.
By Michael Bay.
Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's so much action going on and shit moving on screen. It's you lose track of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And that's what I'm hoping this movie doesn't do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually down for these kind of type of movies, though, because I've always been a bigger fan of the way horror movies used to be done with the implied horror.
I agree.
That suspense, a build-up to where you don't really know what's going to happen until...
Have you ever watched any of the Japanese horror movies that they just rape and pillage and bring them over to here?
Oh, I thought you meant that was what was in the movies. I was like, no, maybe I should.
Well, that's anime, and I'm talking about movie.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, hentai. That's
right,
hentai.
Right. Sorry. Right.
But no, like we watched Ju-on, which they made The Grudge over here.
Right, Jumanji. Gotcha.
Jumanji, yeah. And the Japanese version's so much better because it's like shitty special effects.
Well, it doesn't have Sarah Michelle Gellar in it either.
Well, you know, everyone knows she wins. We've seen her slay undead how many times
That's
on TV?
That's true.
You know?
Oh, wait, I haven't because maybe
fair enough.
once I think I've watched that show.
Although, oddly, the Xbox game, oddly fun for the original Xbox.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But, where's it going? Oh, yeah, but the Japanese versions of the horror movies are so much better because the special effects blow.
Naturally.
Because they probably just don't, whatever.
They don't give a shit.
But it's all the
They're
suspense.
too busy spending all their money on used panties and vending machines.
Well, if you got the vending machine, you might as well.
Hey, I've got one. It's right there.
Oh, fancy. I got some hot water. I'll make some tea.
Oh, man. Oh, damn it, man.
But I'm with you. The older horror movies are the way to go, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's just always been my thing. I'm not a gore person. I'm not a Hackham's type. Like I dug, like one of my favorite things was, seriously, is like in for the sake of argument, or for instance, like in Psycho, the shower scene, you don't actually see her getting stabbed, but you see the motions, the shadows, and everything.
Screaming.
Yeah.
The chocolate syrup in the drain.
Right. So in my head, I'm seeing her just, and I'd rather just let my imagination work.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's probably why I've generally been more of a fan of books in my life.
Right.
So.
Damn you and all your book learning.
Yeah, that's what... I don't know. What else? I mean, is there anything else about this movie that you think...
I think one thing that's going to happen...
You think it'll be a Russian up there that's been trapped or something? Or...
Ivan Drago.
Or maybe a chimp that was sent up there. They realize that when a chimp is sent into space, they become like...
Dude,
and I'm not talking like Planet of the Apes, but I mean, I'm talking like Gorilla Grodd smart.
To
where there's like a whole colony on the moon.
Might be onto something, because they shot so many chimps into space that
Right?
it's like, fuck you, you're done.
Right. Maybe the chimps are up there planning an assault on Earth. That'll be the next Planet of the Ape movie, except it'll be like Moon of the Apes instead.
You might be onto something.
Right?
But here's what I see coming out of this movie, is I see it throwing a ton of fuel on the old moon landing conspiracy fire.
Yeah.
Because the footage they shot, it looks pretty similar to the classic, footage. Mm-hmm. And they'll be like, look, see? That's all fake.
Ugh.
He's right.
My God, I hope you're not right.
Yeah, well, we look on the internet at anything.
I have.
1 out of 10 things on the internet's like, oh, that's actually kind of intelligent. Everything else is, porn.
Like,
which is great.
Yeah. I read something the other day and totally agree. It's like the internet's only has 2 things on it. Google and porn. And all Google is for is to find the porn.
The proper porn.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
It helps filter it down.
Filter it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to see grandmas dressed as koala bears fisting a 18-year-old dressed as, I don't know, a stingray, stabbing Steve Irwin in the chest.
Wow.
You can find that.
I'm getting kind of hot thinking about it.
Good thing I got this extension cord. We're not sitting on your laps anymore.
I got an extension cord. Anyways.
Anywho.
Yeah. I don't. That was all just a joke.
So I don't really see myself
Only
going to the
half
theater to see the movie, but I'll probably see it if it gets on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't go rent stuff anymore.
I know I missed the days where I had hookups at the theater where I could go see shit for free.
Yeah.
Or even the video store, because then as soon as it came out, you're like, here it is.
Yep.
Boom.
And,
Nothing.
And it's home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not that I would go get another job at a video store, because good luck finding one, first of all. But
What, a video store or a job at a video store?
you can find a job at a video store, but it's tougher to find the video stores now.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I don't think Redbox is hiring. I
probably
can't own
not.
my own Redbox, though. I've seen commercials on TV.
Just put it on your porch.
I know. I thought about it.
Next to my chair out there. That I was eating my burrito
Actually,
on.
in a place like this, what you do is you would actually put it up at the office.
I was thinking mailbox.
Or the mailbox. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's human traffic, right?
Fuck that. I'm putting Netflix out of business. Watch out.
Biatch.
All right, probably not. I think Netflix has got a decent foothold in what they do.
If we want to get sponsored by them, you can't say you're putting them out of business.
Well, what if Redbox is willing to sponsor us?
Well, fuck Netflix then.
Exactly.
Fuck them right in their dirty mouth. That's what I say.
Wow. How do you know it's dirty?
I assume.
I mean, our mouths are plenty dirty.
I assume because it's a corporation.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. I imagine there's probably a group of Netflix gorillas that are on their way here to eliminate us immediately.
Like we used to, like at, what was it, at Hollywood Video, because the way they used to, like as soon as you had a problem, if you pulled up a thing in the computer, like asking for tech help, it was like snap your fingers quick generally. So we used to joke that they had tech support like ninjas up on the roof at all times because,
Wow.
I mean, yeah, they would boom and they were in their computers
That's
getting
a
them
little
fixed.
creepy.
I know, right? It's almost like they were just sitting there waiting for you to, say, hey, I need help.
That makes me think maybe Tron is real.
Exactly. Here was the upside to it, though. You didn't have the snark of the normal tech support guy, like that character Fallon played on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Yeah. You never got that.
Wow.
Yeah, their tech support guys were nice.
Because it was pre-Snark?
It might have been, because Snark wasn't the in thing. There were no hipsters and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Although I'm chock full of snark and rage.
Well.
It almost, snark almost sounds like something that you'd give your dog, though, doesn't it? It's kind of along the lines of...
I got a snark for you.
Yeah, it's along the lines of, like, sausages or something,
It could be taken our way. Like, I can't wait to go snark that bitch later.
That's true.
So,
And that could, that could have a lot of openings. That could be a bag of oranges. That could be...
Exactly.
Hitting her
Phone book.
Right. Dictionary so she learns how to type right. Or, spell right.
Dinner was cold again.
That's terrible.
What?
Terrible.
Well, we've been watching Mad Men.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, dinner should never be cold.
You're right. That's right.
Wow. Boy, we're going down a spiral we probably shouldn't go down.
Well, if I remember, episode 1, we had all kinds of anti-women stuff. Well, not all kinds, but just enough. A sprinkling.
Well, that was what was it? One of them was our, it was our tribute to suffrage. So.
That's right. That's right. I forgot
just helping
about
out. Just helping out.
Callback.
Right.
If you don't remember, download it and listen to it again.
Yep.
And don't forget to rate us on iTunes. God damn it.
I know. Seriously.
Thanks, Matt Stone.
I know.
But no one else has rated anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, did you see he sent us a tweet telling us the game I was referring to in the last one was Mag, where you can play with like 8 billion players or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he said there's no lag.
Exactly.
That seems crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's what Scott said too.
But does lag have vehicles or lag?
Mag,
I called it lag.
I don't know. I'm sure he will help us out with that as well.
Because I know here's what if there's 64 people in Battlefield 3, here's what I'm picturing is full helicopters. Fucking jets. There's tanks on the ground. There's I don't know. Have you seen the list of stuff that's going to be? It's very extensive.
And a ton of assholes running and gunning.
Well, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But, it's just that there's so much shit going on. How could there not be lag?
Yeah, you would think so.
I mean, with explosions and buildings dropping.
It does have EA behind it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they've got gigantic server support or something. Who knows? Tell you what, I'll be finding out, though.
Same here. Game looks amazing. I really loved the last one. So.
Yep. Yeah, I did, too.
Any game that you have to, when you're sniping, you have to compensate for gravity.
Oh, no
is
doubt.
Good in my book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what?
I know, gravity. Pfft. What a stupid rule.
I should have sent this to you. It was it's a link. Some dude is having a conversation on it looks like a message board or a forum about why he thinks Battlefield's going to be better than Modern Warfare 3, and the arguments against him were oh dude, modern soldiers quick scope all the time, and he's talking about how realistic is quick scoping and reloading in 1.5 seconds, and
he needs to watch some of them sniper shows. Although the key though is, I mean, if you really want to gripe about the snipers and stuff, I'm pretty sure the real snipers all use spotters, or a lot of them use spotters.
Yeah.
There's no spotters in those games.
No, there isn't.
Now, I will say Battlefield with the little targeting thing where it puts a little triangle above the guy, that's kind of like spotting.
You and I were...
Because I used to spot for you.
Yeah, we were a good team.
I would use an M16 type of gun, and I would zoom in as soon as I saw a guy. I would spot him, and then I would watch him. Yeah, I'd watch him fall over.
And then because you were running that class, you'd throw me ammo boxes.
Yep, exactly.
It was a good combo.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why I love that game for the teamwork.
Right. And whereas in Call of Duty, there's no... I mean, I can point guys out to you because I still do the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's not quite the same.
It's not the same as having a little orange arrow on my map.
It's like, hey, I'm right here.
There's a skull that needs exploded.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as much as I love playing Call of Duty and run and gun is fun and all that, but boy, I'm much more interested in like the teamwork objective kind of based games.
Oh yeah,
they're just more interesting to me. I think.
Yeah, me too.
There's only so many times I can go 3 and 18 to some sort of racist 11-year-old.
Whatever. It's like a time machine though.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I saw a great pick today. It was, Xbox Live is going to get so much better. I'm like, well, so I click on the link, and it was a kid getting into a school bus. I was like, oh, yeah, he's right. Like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, except that when we play, it's usually like Friday nights.
Exactly. It's late at night.
Yeah. And even though we're like, man, these kids should be in bed. No.
No. Well,
I was watching the Little League World Series the other day. Right. And, they always ask the kids, like who your favorite athlete is, what your favorite pastime is, whatever.
Right.
Or like what's your favorite video game. They ask them, a series of questions so that when each time they come to bat, they generally show like a different fact about them.
This kid masturbates 18 times a day.
Right.
Huh.
Well, the first kid, or one of the kids that I see, he's like 11, or no, he's like 12, I think it is. And at the bottom it says favorite video game, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Well,
and I'm
makes
like,
sense.
I'm sitting there going, wow, that's fantastic.
If I remember right, isn't there parts where it's like, yeah, we motherfucking won, or whatever after you win?
Right.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
I was like, well, that's appropriate. You know what it is? The parents probably heard that Ice Cube was involved, and they're like, oh, I love him, and are we there
You're
yet?
probably
and
right.
they're like, oh, clearly, since Ice Cube's in it, he's no longer that hardcore gangsta he used to be.
They don't remember fuck the police
I know,
Ice Cube.
Right? No, it's all about the are we there yet Ice Cube that they know and love.
Yes.
Damn it, Ice Cube.
Damn it, Ice Cube.
Or the Coors Light commercials he's in.
What?
Yeah,
I haven't seen this.
Yeah, because the Coors Light commercials where, they claim how ice cold they are or whatever.
Oh.
And he's sitting there and he's sitting across from a Coors Light bottle. And it's like, you claim you're colder than me? I'm Ice Cube. And it's like, when you turn on the stereo or whatever, there's me. When you turn on the movies, there's me. When you turn on the TV, there's me. And I'm like, yeah, but listen, when's the last time, A, you dropped anything on the radio? B, when's the last time you put out a movie that wasn't some family piece of garbage or something by Tyler Perry?
When you were explaining that, like the little tiny hairs on my neck, I was getting the douche chills, literally.
I know.
And
it's Cube.
I like Cube. I got some of his shit on my iPod here.
I know.
Well, iPod.
Makes you look at him a lot differently.
Now you notice, Ice-T ain't doing that shit.
No.
You know what he's doing? He's a voice in Gears of War. Oh, he's also a lawyer. No, he's a cop on TV.
That's fine, though.
He's kind of a badass cop.
Right. Well, the real problem is that him and his gigantic-assed wife have a reality show.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, and there was a clip on The Soup where, their dog jumps on her back, and he's like, that's amazing! And I was like, dude,
okay.
T, what are you doing?
He should have learned from the Osbournes. The reality show's good for business, bad for rep.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what's next? Snoop Dogg going to start being in Disney movies? That's never going to happen.
Oh, dizzle bizzle.
Yeah, well, I guess it could happen, but I just don't think they're going to let him be.
Oh, The Rock was in Escape the Witch Mountain.
Yeah, but The Rock isn't known for smoking, Goodyear blimp-sized blunts.
True,
you
true.
know? Snoop Dogg kind of is, but I think he had a reality show about how he was the coach of his kid's football team or something. So
you might be right.
Yeah. or with his wife or something. I don't remember. It seems like he had one too.
I want to see Snoop and Cypress Hill in a Disney movie.
Oof.
Together. Like Operation Dumbo Drop 2.
It's going to have to be filmed outside.
Well, yeah. Well, it's in a jungle. That's what I'm saying. Operation Dumbo Drop.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they're going to be burning a lot of lettuce.
Oh, boy, will they.
A lot of lettuce.
Hippie lettuce on fire everywhere.
Oh, my. Like, the only thing that'll be missing will be the Wu-Tang Clan.
Let's include them.
All right.
Including the corpse of ODB.
Nice.
Yes.
Dead. Do you remember there was, I forgot what magazine it was, Rolling Stone or something, that interviewed Wu-Tang and asked them what they needed to record? And Method Man, I think it was something like a gigantic bag of weed.
Of course.
Like per day, you know, because they apparently like to partake.
Partake in the herbal remedies?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. Free your mind, if you will.
Right.
The rest will
and
follow.
Using their papers that are for tobacco use only.
Oh, yeah.
From the head shops.
I love when you see the pipes. For tobacco use only.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. There's an old guy that rides by my work every day on a bike smoking a pipe. He looks like a train. It's funny. I've never seen him with a glass pipe. Just saying.
Yeah.
He does look like a train, though. It's entertaining.
How do you look like a train?
Because he's riding a bike. He's got the smoke. Like an old school, like a Back to the Future 3 train.
Nice.
You know?
I thought you were... Oh, man. I thought you were just going to say, like, a terrible pop band.
He looks like a train because he's riding a bike to go fuck a girl with 8 other guys.
Oh, well, that's fine.
So that's why he looks like a train.
The old human centipede. And
yes. Yes, indeed.
So have you heard from anybody what they thought about our movie review?
Not really. Now that I think about it.
Jerks?
I had... what Kelly said, she probably was going to check out Almighty Thor,
which is a mistake.
It is, exactly. You might as well check it out while you're slitting your wrists in a bathtub.
Mm-hmm. Do yourself a favor instead. Watch like the best of WCW. You'll see all the Kevin Nash you want, and then follow it up with some 21 Jump Street reruns. That'll be the best Richard Grieco will ever be.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
And then follow it up with some Lorenzo Lamas movies.
But she did have an interesting idea of having us give out a movie for people to watch, which is kind of good because it's like, but it's not like we take calls.
Yes.
I guess we could.
Well, we could. It'd be hilarious.
Well, I know. I kind of thought about that, like speakerphone. That'd be fun.
They'd be totally outdated, but
Well, yeah. But and I was like, well, maybe we could do like, hey, tweet us. We're on the air. Tweet us. But we don't really have enough followers right now, really, to be doing that.
We have, 6?
Yeah.
And 2 of them are us?
Yeah. So we have 4.
Oh.
So I like the idea, but I don't think it's practical right now.
Although I will say, just for everyone's knowledge, we do have a couple movies lined up.
Oh, yeah.
But we shall be keeping them to ourselves.
Exactly.
Wow.
You have to wait for the Salty Language Movie Club. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
An offshoot podcast, you say?
Ooh.
No.
Franchise.
That one sounds like a premium one, though.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Gotta get some green.
We'll just do what Riff Tracks does.
But
they Riff Tracks is, right?
No.
It's the second group of guys from Mystery Science Theater. It's Mike Nelson and those guys.
No, I had no idea.
They sit down, they watch a movie, they record an MP3 of it.
MST3K movies, basically.
Now, there's also...
This too?
Yeah, it's an MP3. You pay for it's like $2 to $4.
Oh, I'm not. I've lost all my interest.
Oh, well, anyways, but you do that and then you watch the movie and play the MP3 while you do it.
Yeah, it's like okay. I heard Adam Carolla doing something like that too.
Right.
I like that idea.
Well, the other guy, Joel, he has a group of people that they're the original MST3K people have one called Cinematic Titanic. So it's the same thing though. They have like premium stuff and then
I am all for doing that at some point.
I know. I said that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll have to do that as well.
Then we can beg for money from people. Woo, money.
That's right.
Well, maybe just to help cover the server costs or something.
Well,
And buy us, pimp rings. Because
my
my pinkies are currently empty.
Cristal bidets.
Yes.
I want to keep up with the Jobses.
Fantastic. Well, time to go buy some black turtlenecks.
Fair.
Because I always have to wear my black turtleneck.
They chief.
I know.
Not a fan.
You're right. We'll have to figure something else out.
How about neck tattoos?
Okay. That's classy.
Just black ones. big black ring.
And then we'll just wear black T-shirts?
Yes.
Nice.
Perfect.
I'm in. Or we could just not wash our necks for a while.
All right, I've already started.
That's disgusting. All right, so I have a couple random kind of goofy stories here that I think we should talk about.
All right, bring it on.
I'm going to read this first one. It's the headline is Stephen Hunter arrested for stealing limousine party bus, leaving pants behind, according to cops. Lincoln, Nebraska. Authorities say a Nebraska partygoer who passed out in a limousine bus's bathroom later drove the 40-foot-long vehicle home but left his wallet behind in a pair of jeans. Lincoln police say the $80,000 bus was found a few blocks from Stephen Hunter's home Saturday afternoon. Captain David Biggs says the 30-year-old doesn't remember driving the bus. He's charged with criminal mischief and unauthorized vehicle use. Police say he was likely asleep when the bus was taken back to leisure limousine service around 3:30 a.m. Investigators believe that when he woke up, he realized the doors were locked, saw the keys, and drove home. The jeans were found in the bathroom. A phone number could not be reached.
I have one problem with the story. That is not a party bus on a picture.
I agree. That is just a stretch limousine there. That is definitely not a party bus.
I've been in a party bus. I've threatened to pee in the corner of a party bus because I was really drunk.
Right. Well, this one apparently had a bathroom.
That would have been perfect.
So what the hell kind of party bus is... I mean, man, was it like a motorhome?
It must have been a big one.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the one we went in to go up to Dave and Buster's, and everyone got hammered.
Right.
I was yelling at the driver because I had to piss so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I was about ready to just, shove my hog into an iced tea bottle.
You should have.
It was damn close. Dude, it was close. Because I was really drunk, too.
That'll happen.
But eventually he pulled over at a Speedway, and I think I almost killed an old lady running into the door. It was, dude, it was not a good, yeah.
Whatever, you just made Death's job easier.
Yeah. Pretty sure I almost knocked him over, too, the way she looked.
Yeah, well, that'll happen. Oh, he'll get over it. You'll get yours. So, the funniest part about this to me is that in the headline, it says leaving pants behind, but they kind of don't really talk about why the hell this guy wasn't wearing pants.
I'm guessing he's drinking.
Well, it says he was drinking.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah,
right.
but it's just like, that to me is what makes the story interesting. Not that he stole the party bus. It's like, why are his pants off? Like, if he took them down because, he had to make some toilet tea or something, that's one thing. But, but to have them off is a whole different story.
Maybe he passed out in the bathroom, woke up, and started duck walking, and was like, fuck this, and just kicked them off.
Could be, or maybe he just messed himself.
That could be, too. They didn't say, they said pants left behind. They didn't say, skid mark, turd, whatever you want, meatloaf, whatever you want to say, left behind.
Jackson Pollock painting. Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
I just
my verdict is asshat. That's
yes,
my verdict.
I agree. I think that's the first time I've ever read a story though where a pantsless person stole a limo.
I don't know. It's probably happened before.
No, I said the first time I've read a story.
All right, okay.
And I didn't say it's the first time it's happened.
All right, you got me there.
Yeah.
What else you got? Oh, Animals Being Dicks. It's a great website.
Yeah, that'll be our like it for the week or whatever. It gets the official salty language ding seal of approval. It is animalsbeingdicks.com.
Chock full of animated gifs of animals, being dicks.
Oh, this girl's about to kick this. Oh, cartwheels and just fucking punch this cat right in the head. Cat jumps in the air and gets
you should really
a heel right under the chin.
Tweet this picture.
Okay.
We'll tweet this picture for all you assholes that don't follow us. In other words, follow us.
Ding! Man, I'm using that sound effect's getting a lot of use.
In fact, I'll even put it up on no, I won't put it up on the Facebook fan page. Get a Twitter account.
Ooh. All right, so weird story number 2 comes from NPR. The headline says, "Doggone it, canine thefts on the rise."
Ugh, why do they have to dick around with the cat? Doggone it.
Because everybody does that crap.
It's not punny.
No. It's terrible is what it is.
They should go jump off a cliff.
So, dog nappings have risen 49% in the U.S. in 2011, according to data gathered by the American Kennel Club. We believe the increase is due to economic times, Lisa Peterson, a spokesperson for the nonprofit group.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
If people are stealing dogs during economic times, that's an extra expense. They don't need, unless they're eating them, they don't need a dog.
Well, maybe they're eating them. Maybe they're selling them to Korean restaurants.
Maybe.
Maybe they pay by the pound like the Chinese do for cats.
Exactly.
Right?
Maybe. All right, continue.
All right. I'm going to skip a little piece here. Anyways, you have people who want pets but can't afford to purchase them or pay the adoption fees, so we find that they're just taking them for themselves or to give them as gifts, she says. But then on the other hand, you have the criminal element that steals dogs and tries to sell them to unsuspecting buyers.
What?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a dog. I have one. How's it unsuspecting?
Yeah. Not to mention how many times, I mean, there's like free puppies. You can just steal one from some kid in his backyard. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get a dog.
Here's the secret. You got to flip the dog over, look on its belly. If there's big file marks where the serial number should be, it's stolen.
You're right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Well,
I know, right?
ugh.
Now, like the
Sometimes
criminal.
I hate
Now,
the news.
listen, the criminal element I can see. Like if somebody stole like a purebred dog, some of those that cost like thousands of dollars.
Right.
Okay, I can see that. But seriously, would you steal a mutt?
Not really.
I mean,
no.
seriously, you can find free dogs. Just look in a newspaper or online or just go down streets. There's probably
There's plenty of dogs around. I've seen them.
There's probably plenty of things. Or you could, because I can understand that if you go to the rescue shelters and stuff and go to get an animal, you have to, I think most of them it's like $100 donation or something.
Yeah, I think it was about $100 for our dog.
So, I mean, I could see
And it was a rescue dog.
Sure, and I could see if you don't have any money, $100, might as well be $1 million.
Yeah.
But if you're going to, there's ways to get dogs for nothing. I mean, and I'm not even talking nefarious ways, just seriously, there's free puppy signs at places.
I'm still with the thought of, I can't afford a dog. I'm going to steal one. I can't afford to pay $100 to adopt a dog.
So I'm going to steal one,
So I'm going to steal one, and now I got to feed it.
Yeah, exactly. Feed it, and because we're just going to assume they're neglecting any.
Yeah, no shots, no tags, nothing like. Just you still have to feed the damn thing.
Yeah.
I
know, right? I don't know.
It's like this fascinated me today actually because due to my job I sometimes drive through so many poor neighborhoods of Toledo, and everywhere you look, there's dudes just covered in tats. Now I've got some tats. They're
probably Ohio State players. They just trade their stuff for it.
You're right. Exactly. And of course they would be on the streets now. But anywho, but I don't understand where. I mean, I'm not. If they were like shitty homemade tat, I could see. Some people say have real elaborate tattoos.
We could say prison tats, but that'd be kind of racist.
And it's one street I go up. If you got white, black, Mexican, you got every race up this one street I go up, and this is where I found
every race.
Not every. I haven't seen an Eskimo yet.
Exactly.
Yes, still Mexican. Thank you, David Tell. But they got some of the guys have some like real elaborate tattoos on their arms. It's like how is that possible?
Unless there is always a potential that they know somebody who's an artist.
I guess
in trade, like maybe they do some work for them or something. Like work on their car or
I just
steal a dog for them.
I
Hey man, I actually remember.
Give 'em a bag of
no,
herbs.
you know what? There was a few months ago. There was somebody got shot in Toledo by someone had done tattoos on them, and they broke into their house and like stole one of their dogs and shot the person because they owed them money for the tattoos or something like that.
Well, there you go.
Right?
It all ties into the story.
I'm saying I had forgotten about that.
Holy shit! There's a crime ring we just uncovered.
You are correct. Time to get the 5-0. I'm no
too
narc.
much work. I agree.
One of our 5 listeners can do that. Unless there's a reward. If there's a reward, we will have documented proof that we said it first. Exactly. So we expect a cut.
At exactly 7:31. I'll go back in time a few minutes.
Nice.
We declared the crime ring.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. We just broadcast from the past and the future.
Freaky.
Crazy.
Without the benefit of having a flux capacitor.
Or do we? We both have iPhones.
That's true.
There's probably an app for a flux capacitor on there.
That would be a great wallpaper. I don't know. I like my Oscar one better.
Yeah, your Oscar one's great. All right, so there's more to this.
Okay, I'm listening.
That made me laugh, actually. Is the next, kind of like the next paragraph here, is Peterson says the top 2 ways dogs are being stolen are during home invasions and out-of-park cars. She cites a case in Florida where criminals took a 55-inch television set and also Boo Boo, the Yorkshire Terrier, with all of his belongings. Tying up a dog in front of a store also makes it vulnerable for theft. No shit.
If your dog,
That's like leaving your bike in front of a store and being surprised because it got stolen, or your car running at the convenience store.
If your dog's dumb enough not to snap at somebody trying to untie him that's not you, get a better dog.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to mention, I mean, I
love
know.
my dog, probably do. She's just a big dumb animal.
Look,
so
there's a
she'll
lot
do
of
the same
people
thing.
that if their dog got stolen from the front of a store they were at, they'd be like, "That sucks. We're heartbroken. Yeah, let's get another dog."
Yeah,
it's
time
not
to
like
get a
your
dog.
kid was tied up out front or something. And even then, some people be like, we can just have another kid.
Yeah.
Or steal another kid, because you watch, the next story will be baby stealing.
That's well. Did you see the woman?
Babies got to be worth more than dogs, right?
Not much. But did you see the story? I think it was in Daytona Beach. Sorry, the woman had a baby in a stroller in the bed of a truck.
No.
And she was riding. It wasn't even. She was babysitting, and she's riding in a truck bed too. But it was just a kid in a stroller in the back of the
Wow.
truck.
That's-
Weird. She's getting arrested and prosecuted and all that.
Because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fascinating what people do, though.
Because it was a nice truck and she was a minority. They thought they were the dumbest mules ever. Like, we're trying to smuggle her across a border. Like, really? You're not even trying to hide it?
Like, really? Come on. At least shove her in a couch.
So then this woman goes on to say, dogs thrive on routine. They're valued family members, so there's actually two victims to the crimes here. There's the owner who's missing the lovable pet, and also the poor dog, which is suffering perhaps a little anxiety, not knowing what's going on.
Well, the poor dogs, I agree. It's probably like, fuck. The
Yeah.
owner, less shit to clean up.
Exactly. Now, let's be honest. What if the person who steals the dog is really nice to the dog, maybe feeds him some snark, and,
Right.
it's called a callback, my friend.
It is a
Told you I'm
callback.
getting better at it. So, maybe they feed him some sausages, though, and, maybe
If
they're
you know
really
what I'm
nice.
saying.
Right,
Peanut butter trick.
like on Willard. Or Wilfred. Why did I say Willard?
I don't know. But I knew what you were talking about. Yes, exactly.
If you don't know what I mean by that, seriously, watch that show.
Well, yeah, watch Wilford. It's fantastic.
Have you watched the one where he's got the big collar?
I suck. We got like 2 or 3 of them in our
done talking to you.
DVR now. You
All
know how
right,
it
so
is.
the next part here is Peterson says the best step dog owners can take to protect their pets, especially with recovery, is to have a microchip implanted. There are also common sense close to home measures, like not letting your dog off its leash or leaving it unattended in your yard. In addition, Peterson says dog owners should be cautious with information they tell strangers. We saw a man in Tulsa, Oklahoma who was approached by a man in a park who asked about his adorable pit bull puppy, she says. Then apparently the criminal followed him home and the next morning broke into the house, tied up the family at gunpoint, and stole the puppy.
What the fuck?
Now, first of all, that says pit bull puppy.
Well, yeah.
Okay? Pit bulls are notorious for dog fighting, being mean animals, whatever, okay?
Yeah, they got that aggro in them.
All right, look, and I understand. I'm pretty sure pit bulls are, can be expensive to come by to get the right one because, let's be honest, a lot of them are used for those purposes.
From what I understand, though, even if they're fighting dogs, if you train them right, they come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, what I was going to get at here is it's like, why would you tie up a family to get a pit bull puppy? Like, what else was taken here? I mean, if this is the one where they stole like a 55-inch TV, some jewelry, a computer, and the pit bull puppy,
Well, that
I can see it. But
Yeah.
just to steal the pit bull puppy, you would tie up a family for that? It's like, you're fucked up. Something is wrong with you, unless you think you're rescuing that dog, and you're one of those fucks from
What
PETA.
they didn't say is the pit bull puppy had ruby eyes.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
though?
I
It's
know what
like,
you're saying.
wow, that's really a fucked up person.
Yeah.
And what else? I mean, what did they tell this person? I mean, seriously, did they tell him he has ruby eyes, or did they say, "Oh yeah, we spent like $10,000 on him"?
You see the dick on his dog?
I know, right? I mean,
Oh, I gotta have that.
what the hell did they tell this person that gave him that big of an erection that they wanted to go tie him up and steal the dog?
I don't know. That's pretty insane.
I would like see. Those are the questions that need to be asked.
What I like is one of the recommendations is don't leave your dog unattended out in the yard.
Mhm.
I put my collar on dog. I open the door. It goes outside.
Yeah, and you don't have a fenced in. Oh wait, we probably shouldn't say that. We don't want to tell strangers
Oh, no,
too much.
Don't steal my mutt.
Mm-hmm,
But she goes outside. She's fine. I'm not going to stand in the yard and watch her shit. I don't care.
Right, that's what you have your flip camera for.
Yes, exactly. And if she's doing
And your
that,
telephoto
guaranteed
zoom.
it's on some random horse chest. And then I sell the movie. It's great.
To Jim Norton.
Yeah.
No, I kid. Yeah, like I said, that was the part of the story. Like,
That is fascinating.
there were like a few parts through when I was reading that the other day that I was like, wow, this really, like,
You really like that dog.
yeah, well, and obviously some of the, like you said, some of the advice, like, you know, don't leave your dog out in front of a store. It's like, really?
Well, no shit.
Duh.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's like leaving the keys in your car and leaving your car running while you go into the convenience store, coming out going, where's my car?
Yeah.
And then being pissed at the person who stole it. And it's like, you should be really mad at yourself for being stupid.
Yes.
Because even though you're going right in to get, you know, condoms and, you know, some lighter fluid, that's, you should still turn your car off.
Everyone needs her. You know, those are the staples of any household.
Yeah.
You forgot the, convenient binding tape.
Well, if they have it.
All right.
I mean, I special ordered my binding tape, but...
Right on.
I mean...
But how do you not notice this creep that was like, oh, great dog, is following you home?
Yeah, I like your dog, and they're just petting it and staring at you the whole time.
Petting the dog and silently jerking off in her pants.
Yeah, and taking pictures of it. That's what I'm... Like I said,
weird.
I really want to know what the hell they told that person.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, I could see...
Unless it's, like you were saying, like purebred.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just... But the purebred dogs anymore have the chip in them.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to mention, aren't the purebred dogs only worth money if you have the papers, too?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Because, I mean, my dog is...
I mean, don't get me wrong, they could get the papers, but I'm sure the papers would say the person's name.
Oh, yeah, because I'm pretty sure it shows the transfer. I've never had a purebred. Don't plan on getting one. Too much for a dog.
No shit.
But I know, like, our dog is, like fox terrier, what I don't know what the fuck she is. But I could tell anybody that she's that. Oh, she's purebred this.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not a dog expert, how are they going to know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Unless you got the papers.
Yeah, they're going to lift them up, check out their hind quarters.
Look for the serial number.
Mm-hmm. Right, well, hey, that's...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as much as you joke about it, I mean, that's essentially what the microchip ends up being.
Well, yeah.
You know, they take the scanner thing over it and look for it. But you're right, most of the purebred dogs have those in them now.
It's like that, you remember that, I think Bill Burr
Just
talked
like
about
babies.
this, that Energizer commercial when the woman has the little tracking device for her kid.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Creepy.
I know. I'm actually surprised. I would not be surprised if there was an app for people to be able to track their own dog's microchip.
You're probably right.
You know what I mean?
Or,
with their phone.
I bet you there's a collar that comes with an app or something like
Yep,
that.
something along those lines, yeah.
Because, I mean, hell, you can, there's an app for your phone that you can, if someone steals it, you can go out online.
Mm-hmm.
And you can shut your phone down, and there's my phone's here.
Yep. Apple actually had that a while ago. I read a story about someone who worked who was one of the Apple geniuses at the store, that someone broke into their place, stole their computer. They went to work, got on what used to be called the Mobile Me that Apple had.
Right.
Went on that, and when you could go in there, access your computer, and lock it, and they knew exactly where it was. Well, by doing that, they were able to call the police and say, hey, here's exactly where my computer is, and the cops went and busted the person and recovered it.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
I read a story, I think, maybe a year ago now. Guy did the same thing in college. Somebody stole his Xbox, and he walked around with the controller until it linked, and he knew he was near.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, wow, that's pretty smart.
You got to appreciate the new technologies, right?
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So yeah, those are my those are the
your wackiness.
Yeah.
That is some odd stuff, if I say so myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just perusing the other day, and the dog one I've had for almost like I think I read it after we recorded the last time,
right.
And I was like, oh, I got to talk about this next time because some of that stuff was.
That's just weird.
Like I said, I could see stealing the dog. Like, again, I could see stealing the dogs if it's, like, close to a kid's birthday, Christmas, whatever. Like, stealing a dog because you're like, hey, here's a dog. But, like you said, if you're broke, how are you going to feed that thing?
Yeah.
Then again, some people may not give a crap about feeding the dog or might just feed it whatever they don't eat,
Yeah, scraps and whatnot.
Which is amazing for the dog, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the rest of the Twinkie I didn't eat.
Exactly. If you like, what looks like any sort of oil spill constantly on your rug.
The dog ends up being a cockroach, basically.
Yeah.
It'll eat anything.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's a can. The dog's...
There's nothing worse, because our dog's retarded. I love her, but she's fucking retarded. You'll leave a stick of butter on, like, the island, and she's a jumper. You come home and there's just a butter wrapper on the ground.
Well, at least she doesn't eat the wrapper, too.
You're like, you ate the whole goddamn stick of butter. Really?
Dude, you do the same thing.
Yeah,
It's probably from you, actually. You're just blaming the dog, waking up in the middle of the night, pulling the old Homer Simpson or something. Like the episode where he sits down and eats the whole package of cheese.
Right.
One at a time.
One at a time.
I'm sorry, the cheese food. It's not cheese. It's whatever American cheese is, which is processed garbage.
I used to love that shit, too. I remember eating it by the slice, too. I can't even eat it anymore.
Slapping it on grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh,
and stuff.
I can't do it anymore.
I know.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing, I know.
Yeah,
I still love the fact of how great it represents our country, because we're the only country whose like cheese that's named after it is processed.
It's perfect.
Or is all processed, I should say.
It really is. It's sad, but it's perfect. I keep reading stories online that all these countries are shutting down Monsanto. Like, your seeds aren't welcome here. I
read, I don't know if you read the same thing, Michael Polian, I follow him on Twitter. You know who I'm talking about, right? Guy who wrote Omnivore's Dilemma and such. Yeah. He said that he posted a link that there's a large group of organic farmers that are suing Monsanto. And I'm like, good, because, listen, the genetic modification of the crops, if it was used for the original intent, is a brilliant idea.
Oh, yeah.
Modify them so they can feed more people, cheaply feed them, but that's not what's happening. Food costs are going up, availability of food's going down. And so many countries can't feed their people just basic, hey, let's give them enough to live, type of food. And yet, we're over here genetically modifying fucking corn so that we can have more fill in the blanks. Because
so we can make
I don't want to name anything in case they want to sponsor us. Because I would love to be brought to you by Cheez-Its.
Hell yeah. But I just watching Food Inc. at the beginning of that made me sick with the old like third generation farmer that's basically lost his farm because some seeds blew onto his, and they're like, copyright infringement, you're done.
Or the guy who has the machine so that they can reuse the seeds, but he's not doing it with Monsanto's.
He's doing it with his own stuff.
There's another thing that we like / hate is that documentary. If you haven't watched Food Inc.,
you need to watch that.
You should. And I've heard a lot of people say, you won't eat fast food, you won't this or that. It's like, look, I'll be honest, I've ate fast food since then. I shouldn't. I know it. I know it's awful for me. And I still shove it in my face. But what it does is it makes you look at a lot of things much, much differently. It makes you be a little more aware. And I'm not saying everyone should be obsessed with, I'm no advocate of only eating organic or any of that stuff. But I'm also no fan of when you start seeing some of this stuff about the conditions that these chickens are brought up in, brutal. The hormones that are injected into them, all that stuff that's made me go, wow, I don't want chicken like that anymore. I don't want my beef like that anymore. But, and it isn't even about being humane to the animal as much as
that's how I am.
It's literally like I said, like I told you, I stopped drinking cow milk because I'm allergic to antibiotics,
right?
And they're loaded with them. So is all the meat.
Well, that's why we started getting organic milk.
Yeah. Me too. That's what we started doing, and then eventually I was like, I thought I had a little allergy to that stuff. So, and I honestly, it's like my mom was saying the one day, it's like 20 whatever years ago, you never heard of somebody being lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
Now it's super.
You've got all that. Here's me just out of my soapbox. All that hormones and stuff just pumping through the populace, for however many years.
Explains all the bitch tits on people.
That too.
I'm not even kidding. It's the truth.
How many kids have allergies now, like peanut and strawberry and never. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, peanut allergies have been around, but I've read things that say they're way on the rise.
There's so much. Yeah, I mean, I'm
like my brother David has an allergy to strawberries. Like it's a moderate one, but it's still an allergy.
But his kids got the deathly peanut allergy.
Yeah, but when when we were kids, you randomly hear about those kind of allergies.
Like my cousin when I was growing up was like allergic to milk.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And that's brutal.
Yeah,
that
especially as a baby.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
But
or growing up,
lucky me, I have no allergies. Knock on wood. It's the same thing as passed on to my kids.
Right.
God.
And my allergies are almost all medicine based.
Yeah.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I have like environmental allergies.
Well,
but,
yeah. But that's
like hay fever types.
A huge chunk of people.
Oh sure, yeah.
But all the food allergies that are coming up are insane.
It is.
And I'm no.
And the funniest thing is, it's like if you really look at it, it's like a lot of the food is not food anymore.
No, it's all chemical. Well, not all, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like go to the store, look at a list. Like, seriously, compare things that you look at. It's mind blowing how many times you will see a product that's got like 500. Here's a great example for you. We looked at like Land O'Lakes butter.
Land O'Lakes.
Okay, they have a butter spread or whatever
if you
it is.
cut her knees off, you can give her boobies. Just saying.
It also kind of makes her like, what's it, Izzy Willy Nilly or whatever.
Geez.
There's a throwback for you.
Oh boy, is it.
Anywho, that's an inside joke, folks. Sorry. Anywho, so we're looking at this stuff, you know, and then I was like, oh, you know, let's look at the Kroger brand of the same thing because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? Same product, but just cheaper. So let's have a look at it. The Kroger one has got like 1,000 ingredients.
Of course.
The Land O'Lakes one
That's why it's cheaper.
Yeah, the Land O'Lakes one is like cream, salt, whatever else. It's like 6 ingredients. I know what all of them are. And I was like, well, this is a no-brainer. I'll gladly pay a little more to get real ingredients.
Well, that's our quandary right now is, we're no advocates of organic either, but we've been buying a lot more of it.
Sure.
Because it's, like you said, you look at the ingredient label and you're like, I know what this shit is.
Exactly.
Or in my case, like organic eggs, they taste better.
Yeah, I will say, like the only things that I'm a stickler for on organics is, as I've read countless times, you can find this on the internet. It's like a list of, I think it's 11 or 13 things, like produce wise.
Yeah.
That and the reason that they say you should always buy organic is
because of pesticides.
Because like apples absorb and a lot of times it's stuff where you eat the skin of it, or like lettuce where it's going to just sit. The pesticides are just going to sit on it.
Yeah.
So. It's like it bothers me. I've been trying to find organic apples.
But a lot of that shit too, they use, organic approved pesticides.
Yep. So you're still getting pesticides.
That's why God bless the farmers market.
Yep.
We know a lot of people down there. I was going there so long, and we know who to buy shit from.
Well, and the beautiful part there too is you can ask them what they use.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And if it's not something that you like, you can not buy it. I mean, you can't walk into Kroger or Meijer or fill in the blank big store and do that.
You walk into Meijer and be like, "These apples have what on them?" Mm-hmm. I'm going to complain. Great, you can go somewhere else. There's 20 people in line behind you.
Yeah. I will say this for like Meijer is, I don't know if you've been down there.
Yeah, it's been a while.
They have, through their produce, they have a little like green stripe next to some of the stuff that tells you that it's locally grown.
Oh,
and
that's
most
cool.
of that stuff is from like Ohio, Michigan, Indiana.
See, I can get behind something like that.
So can I. And that's actually, when we were down there last time, I looked at, they had different types of romaine lettuce, and I ended up buying romaine lettuce that was from Michigan.
Right.
And it was
all about keeping the money.
Sure. Well, and on top of that, it's like, look, you're supposed to, lettuce, romaine, or any type of lettuce like that, like romaine and such, are on the list of things you should always buy organic. But I was like, it's always that thing, like, on that list, if I can't buy it organic, I try to get it as local as possible, because at least then it's not going to, it may not have anything else sprayed on it so that it lasts for the car trip.
Right.
Or the truck or the plane or whatever.
See, we're at the point now that we get our eggs from a certain person. We get a bunch of veg. We got a place to get our beef now. We got a place that does our pork now. Mm-hmm. There's the same place that does our pork, which has the best bacon I've ever had in the world. They do turkeys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you told me about
Thanksgiving time. Yeah.
Do you get to chase it around or something? No.
I hope
Timmy!
so.
Gobbles!
I don't know. I'm just,
If so, name it Gobbles for me.
We've been eating a lot of, like, the heirloom, like, vegetables. So much better than the shit you see everywhere. Yeah. It's like, ugh, where was that? I wish I would have known about this, 10 years ago when I was on my own with Jeannie and we were eating. Here's an example of where we used to be. We're like, hey, Logan, because typical birthday thing we do is, it's your birthday, you get to pick the meal. If it's something we cook, if we go out, you get to pick the dinner, the breakfast, whatever. Mm-hmm. Logan's favorite for a long time running, Hamburger Helper. And now we don't, if we're going to do
you can replicate that stuff so easily, too.
That's what we do now is and it's way better than the powdered flavors.
If for no other reason at all, you cut the sodium content down so much. Yeah. But,
that's where we were at that time. And, now have a fucking fridge full of fresh veg. It's retarded. It's weird. I'm realizing I'm turning into some sort of old hippie.
Almost.
Oh, dude, I mean, next year we're talking, we're going to have a big chunk of garden.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking chickens.
Right, and you've got that house you could, put some lights up in. No.
We briefly thought
Grow some weeds,
We briefly thought about becoming medical marijuana providers because you can make a lot of money.
I'm sure.
But we didn't want to, kids, we didn't want to, who knows what might
Whatever, it's just weed.
You might turn to like Scarface.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but it was we kind of kicked around it because I know, you know Mecca. She moved to Florida now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's listening because she's got an iPhone. She better goddamn well be
I know,
listening.
right?
But her sister apparently does it and just rakes it in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop the numbers over to
I will.
podcast verse, but she rakes
Well, we
it
have
in.
to be careful. We tell strangers we don't want them to kidnap her marijuana.
That's true. Put chips in it.
Wait.
What? Like Pringles?
I was going to say there's plenty of chips
dudes
already
love that
associated with marijuana, yeah.
No, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've gone on a rant.
That was a good rant.
That was a good rant.
Yeah, that was a good rant dump.
Yep.
Sorry about your
I'm curious
chair.
to see if anybody gives a shit about what we said. Probably not,
Probably
but whatever.
not. That's all right. It's good for us.
Yeah. We'll just keep on pushing on.
You know what we really need to figure out? An official sign-off.
You're right.
Yeah. It'd be great if we had some music.
It would, but John still sucks.
Damn it, John.
I know.
Although, granted, it's only been 4 days since we recorded last.
There's that. But he's going to, he moves to Canada. Yeah, you move to Canada, it becomes all about the Croft dinner. Your head starts acting
Laura
different.
Croft?
No, Croft.
Oh,
It's what they call Kraft. Like, we call it Kraft or macaroni and cheese here. They call it Croft dinner because for some reason they don't know how to say the word Kraft. So it's Croft.
Interesting.
This is according to Monica, John's wife. They do that, and I'm sure they probably just put maple syrup all over it because it's Canada.
Oof, dude.
Put maple syrup on everything up there.
Maple syrup's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Real maple syrup.
Well,
Mrs.
it's
Butterworth
Canada.
Can go to hell.
We're talking about Canada. I think it's a crime to use anything but. However, Croft dinner is nothing but garbage.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's got real maple syrup on it, we might have something there.
That's true. I would eat it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Then again, I would just Super Troopers the syrup.
I don't know what made me think of this. I was thinking real syrup, and I went into honey, and holy shit. I just got something real quick for you. There's in that little house we got, there's a set of weights in there, and I was going to go in and get them because there's a little curl bar and stuff like that. Back to exercising again.
Whatever. What a waste.
But so I'm over there unlocking. I feel something bounce off my head. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bad
I
shit.
look up. Big fucking wasp nest above me.
Oh.
And so I flee, and they're everywhere. And naturally, I came back with poison, and they're now extinct.
Nice. Like C.C. DeVille and...
Yes, I
Nice.
smothered him with poison. CC's still in the emergency room, but he'll be fine.
Dude, whatever. He shot up worse.
He's tying a band around his arm.
A couple of the wasps took some of Bret Michaels' plugs and took off with them.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just I'm glad the fucker didn't sting me in the top of the head. It must have been bounced off you hey, we're here, asshole.
Maybe that was their warning shot.
I don't know. I'm glad, yeah.
I know the feeling.
It was 2 feet from my,
Where our porch light is here,
yeah.
Right above that, there was a wasp nest that's built twice, and we've taken out in our shed. We have one. At one point, I went into our back room, and I'm like, I hear buzzing. I'm like, man, a fly got in here, whatever. And I look up, and there's this giant wasp up there, and I'm like,
That's terrific.
Yeah, so somewhere there's obviously some way there. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Sorry about that, folks.
Earthquake.
Somewhere there's a big hole that they're getting in or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Scumbag wasps.
I know. They're dead now, though, I'll tell you that.
Oh, boy.
I killed them like they were flies back on Daytona.
Oh, the fly massacre of 90 whatever. Oof.
That's a long time ago.
That was the killing fields.
It was the rolled up National Geographics with the duct tape on them.
Fucking
slamming flies left and right.
Oh, my God. That was so disgusting.
Yep.
I still wish I knew what caused all that.
Yep. Going in there it was the movie 300. It was us against them.
Yeah, that was brutal. God, that was bad.
You remember when I kicked that one into the pit? No, wait. Sorry, I'm confusing myself.
This is Daytona!
Very nice. Very nice. I don't think 300 is available on Netflix Instant.
No, but I have it DVR'd.
Do you?
Yeah. It was one of those random weekends where like, hey, free random movie channel. I'm like, oh, 300. I like that movie.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I should watch
that was
it.
probably 6 months ago.
You have watched it, though,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
We saw it in the theater because I'm like, it's 300. And I was like, man, look at all these tasty abs.
Yep.
This is great.
Speaking of tasty abs, here's I guess this is the last thing I got.
All right.
Did you see how bad Conan did? Or Conan, sorry, not Conan. I don't mean like Conan O'Brien.
I did not see how bad it did. Was it terrible?
I forgot the numbers on it, but it tanked, which is not really a surprise because it didn't look great.
It didn't look. I had such high hope because back in ye olde times, I read a lot of Conan.
Dude,
I really got into those books.
How can you mess up a hack and slash though?
It's a big ass dude with a sword who bangs broads and drinks.
Yeah, and says, I mean, dude, he's got some of the sweetest,
By Crom.
Well, yeah, right. God. But that's the whole thing. It's rated R, so there's just wicked
there's got to be
like Spartacus style violence.
And,
yeah, exactly. And I was like, how do you? And it's like, that's what they should have done. Maybe got the people behind like Spartacus or something like that, or 300, right. And been like, here. Well, Zack Snyder would have probably treated it right, but get the people behind Spartacus and just been like, here, go do Conan, and they would have been like, done. We're just gonna, pretty much plug in this guy from Game of Thrones, and here you go.
I don't know how you could drop the ball on Conan.
I don't know. Either that or people just didn't give a shit. It could be possible, too. I mean, you have had on HBO or Showtime or whatever, you've had Spartacus, you've had
right.
Rome, which had quite a bit of violence.
I really enjoyed Rome.
Yeah, Rome was good.
Rome was good.
Game of Thrones has got quite a bit. There's more of it on now, so you don't have to. Whereas when Schwarzenegger was in it, it was kind of a.
It was
one-off. Maybe they should have put Red Sonja in it. Maybe that had helped it out.
Sexified a little.
Oh, actually, never mind. Red Sonja's coming out as a separate movie because it's directed by.
They're making a Red Sonja.
Yeah. Well, Rose McGowan, I guess, is going to play.
Maybe.
Well,
I don't see her as an action.
Here's the cool part about it, though. It's being directed by. Oh wow, his name just slipped my mind. Oh no, dude who directed Sin City. Robert Rodriguez.
Yes.
He's
Spy Kids.
Yeah, I believe. Oh, come on now, let's give him some credit. The man has put out some good movies.
Let's see, it's got 5.5 stars on IMDb.
What, Conan?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I believe he's directing it. So we'll see, because it'll have plenty of violence in it.
Yes,
and it might be really cool how they shoot it too, because it's Robert Rodriguez.
I enjoy Robert Rodriguez's style, honestly, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very upset that Conan dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I didn't see what else came out this week or anything. If there was anything to really, yes, I'm sure that drew the same audience. You know what it is you had couples going, "What movie should we see?" And the guys are like, "Conan," and the women are all like, "Yeah, not so much."
Yeah, no.
The only reason they're going to see that are the glistening abs.
Let's see here. I see. You should download Flickstrap too, because it's connected to Rotten Tomatoes.
No.
The box office for Conan so far is a whopping $10 million.
Oh man,
24% positive ratings.
Yikes!
Yikes is
10 mils, really terrible.
Yeah,
I think Ghost Rider opened bigger than that.
I think that was for that last week, but that's not good.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Ghost Rider?
No.
Looks a lot better than the last one. I forgot the guy.
Wait, is Nicolas Cage in it?
Yeah, unfortunately.
You said it looks better?
Yeah, it does.
Does he die immediately?
No, because if it did, I'd be first in line to see it.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see him on his motorcycle, his head goes on fire, and then, let's say, Spirit of Vengeance comes back, kills them, credits roll. The end. It's a 5-minute movie.
I'd like that.
Be the greatest movie ever.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's still showing him as part of it.
Boo earns.
Eva Mendes apparently turned down her option to reprise her role, so there's one less reason to go see it.
I don't even remember she was in that movie.
Yeah, I can't remember what the guys who directed it. They directed something else that was good, I believe, but I can't remember what the hell it was. I'm trying to find it right now.
Good is a very.
Oh, they directed Crank. And Crank's a decent action type of movie.
I never watched it, but the trail when I see Jason Statham hooking a car battery to his chest.
Well, you know the premise behind the movie, right?
Isn't it just he's just drugged up the whole time where his heart stops, right?
No. It's like he has to keep his heart. It's kind of like Speed, except it's his heart. He has to keep his heart rate up. That's why at one point he grabs whatever his lady friend is. Oh, Elizabeth something. I forgot her last name. Maybe it's not Elizabeth. Sorry, Amy Smart. That's her name. He grabs her and just starts ramming her doggy style right out in front of like at a park, basically,
All right.
because he's trying to keep his heart rate up.
I may have to watch
Okay,
this.
it's actually you should. Anyways, but they did that movie, so the action of this one will probably be a lot better.
Right.
But as far as the writing and we know the acting is going to be god awful.
I can't wait for this CGI build again.
Do you know what needs to happen? Someone needs to get a hold of Nicolas Cage and show him like Raising Arizona. They need to show him Leaving Las Vegas and be like, dude, you can act. What happened?
Who knows?
And he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll grow my god awful mullet. And anyways,
Ugh.
that was a bad Nicolas Cage impression.
It sounded dead
But my
on.
acting is impeccable.
It certainly is, Brian. It certainly is.
Mm-hmm. So there's our movies for the. Do you want to throw out our next movie we're going to watch, or should we just save it?
We can throw it out. I mean, I guess if people want to watch it, they can. But
It's going to be great.
We're doing Hobo with Shotgun, right?
Yep, which stars Rutger Hauer. That's right, the
As
legend.
Hobo with a Shotgun.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really disappointed if this doesn't turn out to be.
I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, are you looking it up to see what the numbers on it are? I forgot to do that. The one after it is probably going to be a classic.
Log into Facebook.
Nice job. The one after it'll be classic, but we're going to keep that one close to the chest.
Exactly. Hobo with a shotgun.
This is the.
I just love the name.
I know. That's what. If it's terrible, I mean, it's got to be good terrible though. If it's bad, I'll cry.
Yeah.
How do you name a movie Hobo with Shotgun and have it? I mean, seriously, the whole movie should just be him running around shotgunning people who won't give him spare change.
Oh,
right.
So far, 67% positive on Rotten
I'm
Tomatoes.
saying,
That's good,
dude. Like I said, that's
67% of the critics liked it.
right.
That's unheard of.
Yep.
So let's see here. I'm gonna give you the synopsis. Oh shit, that's a long synopsis. It doesn't have a. Damn it. Train rolls into its final stop from one of freight cars, jumps a weary-eyed transient with dreams of a fresh start in a new town.
Naturally.
Instead, he lands smack dab in the middle of an urban hellhole.
Of course.
A place where the cops are crooked.
Mm-hmm.
The underprivileged masses are treated like insignificant animals.
Right.
This is a city where crime reigns supreme, and the man pulling the strings only known as the Drake. Along with his two cold-blooded and sadistic sons, Ivan and Slick. Really? Are these Double Dragon
All right,
enemies?
hold on. So
right.
his one son's name is Slick Drake. That's a porn name, isn't it?
It sure is.
All right.
It sure is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He rules with an iron fist, and nobody dares fuck with the Drake. Especially not some hobo.
With a shotgun.
Oh, my.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, this is going to be epic.
And it's unrated.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, Rutger Hauer as hobo.
So they
I love it.
They were just like, hey, here's a shotgun. Let's film it.
Yes.
Right? Because I'm pretty sure he was already playing the hobo role. That's terrible.
Oh, but it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Coming soon. Or better yet, soon.
Yes, soon. Oh, man.
Well, we're way over our hour here.
That's true.
We're at $1.17 right now.
$1.17. I guess we should wrap this shite up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Said I still don't have a way to exit this, so Brian, until we record again.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got nothing.
Yeah, me
Actually,
either.
that's not a bad one. I got nothing.
Yeah. Let's go home.
Agreed.
All right.
All right.
So from Groin Strength Studios, I'm Brian.
Yeah, that's right. Groin Strength Studios. This is Tony.
See you next time.
Download this shit immediately.
Now.
Do it.